What's up, guys? Back at it again. Uh, First of all, I want to apologize. I did not upload yesterday, but to make it up to you, I'm gonna make two videos today. Right? Yep, that's a two. Two videos today, and yeah, the first one's gonna be college football because I've updated my bracket quite a bit, as you can see. Dropped a couple teams. Illinois. Those guys stink. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna run through this really quick. I don't want this video to be too long, and these are just predictions, so none of this could happen, but this is just what I'm feeling in the moment right now. Number one, Ohio State. Ohio State's good. I don't know if they're the best. That Texas win is meaning less and less each week. Arch Manning, what are you doing? But anyways, yep, they're still number one. I still think they're gonna win out, and I still think they're gonna beat Oregon in the conference championship. FSU, this team might be the best. This team is so good. Tommy Castellanos is so good. I looked at his stats, it doesn't even do it justice. You have to watch him play. You have to watch him play to understand how good he is. And he hasn't played anybody except for Bama. I think Bama's pretty good, guys. I'm just gonna say it. I think that's a pretty good win. But anyways, FSU number two. They're gonna win the ACC. They're gonna beat U Miami, and not this week, but next week. I'm pretty confident, man. Tommy Castellanos is gonna spank Carson Beck. Um, that's just what I'm feeling. Georgia, I have it third now. I've kicked LSU out, dude. LSU and Garrett Nussmeier disappoint me week by week. I was so high on them. Clemson disappoint, dude. It's just not a good win anymore. Clemson's not a good win for anybody. I mean, okay, it's still a good win for Georgia. Okay, see, that's kind of like double standards. I don't know, but I don't think Garrett Nussmeier and LSU Tigers are that good. I think Georgia is that good. I also think Tennessee is that good, but unfortunately for Tennessee, I don't know, dude. I think Georgia's gonna win the SEC. That's what I'm feeling. That's basically why I have them there. But the SEC is a toss-up. We all know this. No one actually knows what's gonna happen. But I'm feeling Georgia right now until maybe Alabama proves me wrong. Uh, is it this week? Holy crap, it's this week. Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm an Alabama fan, but I don't know. I hope they do prove me wrong. But right now I got Georgia winning the SEC. Next up we got Oregon. Oregon's a very strong team. I don't Indiana's gonna be a close game. I think they'll hold off. Same with Ohio State. Indiana's actually a good team. They're not frauds. I was so wrong about them. But anyways, I think Oregon will hold Indiana off and then lose to Ohio State in the conference championship. That's what I'm feeling right now. Moving on to Indiana. Them boys, I guess. I mean, really whooped up on Illinois. So I kind of just replaced Illinois with Indiana. And this does mean I think Indiana is going to beat Penn State. Because if Kirk Signetti is not a fraud, then, gosh darn it, what's his name is. What's that dude's name? Penn State's head coach. What the crap is his name? Franklin? I don't know, but one of them's got to be a fraud, right? Surely I can't be wrong on both accounts. So, with that being said, I think Indiana is going to beat Drew Aller. I know Drew Aller. I just forget the Penn State's head coach's name, but it's fine. Indiana's going to beat them. They're going to lose one game. It's going to be Oregon. They don't play Ohio State. It's going to be Oregon. They're going to get left out of the conference championship, but they're going to be a one-loss Big Ten team. That's why I have them fifth here. Moving on to six, it's the one loss Miami team, or it's the one loss ACC team that didn't make the conference championship. They didn't make it because they lost to FSU in week six, or right, week six. So yeah, whoopsie daisy. Just you know, technical difficulty there. Did not mean to do that. But yeah, so U Miami is six because they're not gonna put a ACC team. Well, they might because they do value U Miami a lot, but I don't think they'll put an ACC team who has one loss over a Big Ten team who has one loss because that's just not how that works usually. Seventh, I have the loser of the SEC championship, which instead of Georgia, now I think Georgia's going to win it. I think it's going to be Texas A&M. Texas A&M is very good. If I could put it into perspective for you, I think Texas A&M or Notre Dame are like the same skill level, right? Anyone could have won that game. Like either of them could have won that game. It was really close, but Texas A&M did win. And how am I putting that into perspective for you? I don't know, but I think A&M. I think they're going to be a two-loss team, and being a two-loss team with the schedule that they have with the win over Notre Dame, well, do they take that into account? I don't know, but I think that win against Notre Dame or something is going to propel them to be in the SEC championship. But I do think they'll lose to Georgia, like I said. And yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. That could change because I don't know when it could change. Well, this could change this week if Alabama can prove me wrong, which I'm kind of hoping they do. And Alabama could just upset them, which that does happen. Alabama does kind of own Georgia. Just gonna say it. Even when Alabama's not the greatest team, they still kind of own Georgia. But we'll see here. But still, I don't even think that would leave Georgia out of the SEC championship because I don't know who else would beat them. But yeah, A&M or the loser of the SEC championship might be A&M, might not be. I don't know. Moving on from them, we got the Red Raiders. The Red Raiders. The Red Raiders are. They look like the best Big 12 team. They beat Utah pretty good. The game was a lot closer than the score may suggest, though. Um, but yeah, they both look just really. Both of those teams look so physical on defense. Obviously Utah fell off a little bit, but still, dude, Texas Tech. Um, yeah, they looks like that physicality. That physicality really only comes from the SEC. Like that's when you watch if you watch the Oklahoma versus Michigan game. Ugh, Oklahoma was just more physical than them, but Texas Tech looked really physical. So yeah, I think it's either gonna be them, Iowa State, or TCU, or BYU. Right now, those are the four teams I've kind of narrowed it down to. Maybe UCF. I don't know though. Maybe BYU. Dude, I don't know, but I'm leaning Texas Tech because they've actually proved something. They beat Utah. Not to say that no one else have proved anything, but I don't know. I'm leaning Texas Tech. They're the favorites on ESPN right now too. I'm feeling good about them. But like I said, it's it's gonna be the winner of the Big 12. That's gonna be in the eighth, in my opinion, because I think they're gonna be. I mean, it definitely a one-loss team. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe they should go above the loser of the SEC, but I don't think they will because the SEC, the committee. And then moving on, we have Oklahoma. I think this will be probably just a two-loss SEC team that doesn't make the cut, obviously, but they have a win against Michigan. I think it's gonna come down to what are their games, what were their games looking like outside of the SEC, and I think as long as Michigan kind of holds on a little bit, um, like kind of looks good a little bit coming up here. I think OU is gonna look really good for this non uh they didn't play in the conference championship game and they have the same number of losses as probably three other teams, but I think they'll put OU in here. And I'm fine with that, dude. Mateer, he's pretty good. Him and Castellanos, bro, those dudes are good at QB. Moving on, we have Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's gonna be here because I still predict that they're gonna win. I mean, dude, the Syracuse game, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a good game. I know Syracuse beat Clemson more than Georgia Tech did, but I still have Georgia Tech winning out and then losing the ACC championship to Florida State. I'm gonna stick with my guts there. But we'll see. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about it, and it's like if they don't win this, I don't think Syracuse would. Like if they don't win against Syracuse, I don't know if Syracuse would jump up here because Syracuse has to play like, well, they play Notre Dame and they have to play U Miami. I don't know. Maybe they would just do a rematch between these two. I don't know. We'll see. But right now I'm feeling Georgia Tech, and that's why they're 10th. Moving on from them, Notre Dame. Look, I don't want Notre Dame to be in this thing. Nobody wants Notre Dame to be in this thing. But the truth is, they're the defending runner-ups of last year. This is the committee talking, not me. They value last year's performance as much as you don't think they do. There's a reason Ohio State is number one right now. I mean, look, not to say Ohio State shouldn't be number one, but it's like, come on now. 7 points against Arch Booty Manning. Come on, boy. But anyways, Notre Dame. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this is a committee talking. They're the defending runner-ups from last year, and they have two losses: one against a good SEC team and one against a good ACC team. And mind you, either of those games could have gone either way. So I think, and then they're gonna have probably a win against USC. Now maybe USC beats them, but USC is a good Big Ten team. So there's a couple avenues they could go with this. They could put in another SEC team, another two-loss SEC team, 2/3 loss SEC team, which, people would be mad about that, obviously. Or they could put in, I don't really know if they could put in a Big Ten team. Maybe USC. If USC beats Notre Dame, absolutely put USC in. Um, they could put in the loser of this Big 12 championship game. Well, they could do that. To make the people happy, probably putting in the loser of this Big 12 championship game would probably make, everyone happy. And to be honest, the reason why is not because they think the winner of the Big 12 championship team is actually that good, but probably just because they don't want to see like a Notre Dame in here. Nobody, I mean, nobody really wants to play Notre Dame, dude, because you never really know. You never really know. But I do think they'll put Notre Dame in. Um, excuse me, little cold. Moving on. I'm standing strong with USF. USF does have to play Memphis. I do think Memphis is good, but I still think USF is gonna win the American and be that group of five, conference champion that gets in. That's what I'm feeling right now. I could be wrong, but I'm feeling good about that. And then, yeah. Right now, I think FSU is the best team in the country, though. I just want to say that real quick. The SEC is unpredictable. The Big Ten's becoming kind of unpredictable. The Big 12, I mean, you can kind of narrow it down. But I do feel confident in the placements, right? I do feel confident that the winner of the Big Ten is going to be here first. The loser of the Big Ten is going to be fourth. The winner of the SEC is going to be third. And the winner of the ACC is going to be second. And I am pretty confident in FSU. And I hope I don't have to eat my words. I was wrong about Illinois. Who else was I wrong about? I think I was only wrong about Illinois for real. I was wrong about LSU. I was really high on LSU. I don't think they're that good. But technically I haven't been wrong about them yet. But I do think, once they get into the SEC play here, they play Ole Miss. I think they'll beat Ole Miss probably by like a field goal or something. But I do think it's going to be a close game. And I'm excited for it. So yeah, stay tuned. Another video going to be posting soon. But this is what I got. This is what I got right now for college football. It's looking good. I mean, I'm excited. So yeah.